What's going on, YouTube? Back here doing things again, and of course well, it's summertime. Well, no, it's fall. But it's still like summer. It's 80, almost 90 degrees out, and it's almost sundown. And my poor little puppy has some fleas. As you can see, she's trying to scratch away, lick away, all that stuff. So since I'm not really big into the chemicals, not to mention last year, here's another little fun thing. Last year, her and the white dog, yeah, the white dog's not here. Her and the white dog got fleas bad. I went through, what did I go through? Advantage, Advantix, Frontline, some off-brand stuff they had at Walmart, some other stuff I tried to buy at Ace Hardware, and the nice lady at the front counter said, "Don't buy that. It doesn't work." So I didn't buy that stuff. But I went through all the major brand names. Nothing worked. That pill thing that you can give your doggy, that worked. That finally worked. But I don't really like, I don't want to take in drugs, and I don't want my little dog to take in drugs either. So I just found this recipe about a rosemary wash, spray, whatever. So let's give it a go and see if we can make the dog flea-free or at least smell good. So let's go outside. Stop itching, buddy. I'll get you. I'll hook you up. Hang on. Just give me a minute. You like the smell of rosemary, right? That's a yes, right? Okay. Quit itching. Sorry. That just bugs me. Makes me feel like a bad dog owner. Alright, let's head outside. Alrighty. Outside. Took a few... That's right. These weren't tiny. I took a few cuttings here of some rosemary off the master plant there. Did 3 nice sized cuttings here. Look at that. It's weird. I have no clue what that is. Some kind of like cocoon type thing. Very weird. It's like styrofoam. I'm just going to leave that over there. Alright, so what they said was for this recipe you need 2 pints, which would be 4 cups for everybody out there. Even though pints are supposed to be American measurement. Just make it a little easier on you guys. 16 ounces in a pint, that's 2 cups. Do that twice, and that's the amount of water you're going to need. And then they said, no, I guess, yeah. And then you need a cup of rosemary. It said fresh rosemary, so I don't think you can get fresher than this. I don't even think anything is seeped out yet. So I'm going to go ahead and get 2 cups of rosemary, fresh rosemary, and yeah, then it's time to go ahead and we'll add it to the water and move on from there. So let's start this up. Alright, I'm calling that about a full cup there. That's pretty daggone condensed. As you can see, that's a full cup right next to it. So as you can see, it's I've definitely been condensing it. I started off using my little Gerber, actually these are Fiskar shears on my Gerber. Love my Gerber. And to be perfectly honest, it was so much easier if you used your fingers. Although if you can see that all over my fingers, I have this rosemary stuff all over. Really can't see it. But I would just grab it at the top and just pull straight down, and you're left with a whole pile of rosemary. So when I dump this 1 cup, alright, so that should be, according to my 1 cup measurement, that's a lot of rosemary. That should be about 2 cups. So it's quite a lot there. And some pieces, like the very tops, I didn't really trim them back too much because you're going to drain or strain all of this stuff out of it anyway. So you only want, I guess, the oils that are in the leaves and these little top branches and stuff like that. You want that oil to seep into the water, and then you're going to strain it out. So, alright, like I said, 2 cups. There's my 2 cups here of rosemary, and that is 2 pints of water. Right? Did I get that right? Yeah, pint. Okay. I keep thinking quart for some reason. Yeah, 2 pints of water, which would be, what would that be? 16 ounces per, so 32 ounces of water. Right? 32 ounces? Yeah. And then, yeah, apparently you're just supposed to add this to the water, bring it to a boil. I don't know, I gotta double check the recipe, but I think it's add this, bring it to a boil, let it boil for 30 minutes, and then strain. But we'll do that, we'll mention those rules whenever I get around to getting to that point. So let's get on inside and fire up the electric stove. Guess that's not really firing up, but whatever. Let's go. Alrighty, I was wrong. It said bring 2 pints to a boil, then add, then boil for 30 minutes. So just want to clarify there. In typical me fashion, I've got my stove. It's electric. It only heats at one temperature. So it doesn't matter if you crank it all the way up or if you turn it halfway up. It's going to get to the same spot pretty much. Well, not the same spot, but it's going to hit the same temperature no matter what you do. So I've got it turned up to about 5 out of, well, it goes 1 through 9 and then high. I've got it up to about a 5. I've got my lid on here just because that's my little cheating thing of trying to get water to boil a little faster. I did leave it cracked a little bit on the side like I usually do because I don't want to have just a lid on there holding all the heat in. I want it to just get warmer quicker. They didn't mention, but I imagine, they just said bring it to a boil, so I imagine that means no lid. So just in case you're making this at home for your doggies. But yeah, here we go. It's starting to go, burner's on. I'm going to move these guys away. I just want to put them close just so you can see. They're not in there. I did add them and then had to dump all the water out and put them in a different container and then put 2 cups or 4 cups of water back into the pot. So just giving you an update of where we're at right now. So next step, bring to boil, add these, 30 minutes of a boil, and when it finally comes to a boil, I'll remove the lid, but you'll see that in a minute. So let's do this. Alrighty, we're pretty darn close. It's just about boiling there. And yeah, I got some things ready. I got a colander. I put a towel in here just so I could get all the organic stuff out of there so I can strain it into this small bowl. So then I can go ahead and strain it into my sprayer whenever I'm all done. So now that we're just about boiling, let's throw the rosemary right on in there. Let's see if I can do that one-handed. Hey, alright. Still have to clean all that stuff out of the thing, but rosemary's in there. Now we got 30 minutes on the clock there. It is now set. 30 minutes. Let's get this stuff done. Also, I'm at 5.5 on the temperature there. Like I said, it goes up to about 10. It goes low to high, and then it goes, after low, it goes 1 through 9, then high. So I imagine that's like 0 through 10. So I'm at 5.5 right now. I'm probably going to drop it back to about just below 4 in case you're using an electric stove. Anyway, that's what I'm doing over here. That's what we're going. So, well, that's what we're doing. But anyway, let me drop the rest of that crap in there into here. Let's do this for about 30 minutes and let's see what we get. Alrighty, and now I pulled it off the front burner, put it on the back burner. It was done for, I don't know, about 10 minutes now. I just let it sit here, threw the lid on there, so I'm sure it's more than done. I just figured, they said boil it for 30 minutes. Pretty sure, and a little bit of extra heat wouldn't hurt, because it sounds to me like you're trying to get all of that awesome oils and stuff from inside the plant into the water. So I figured a little extra time is no big deal. And then next, like I said, I got this, just a, what the heck, washcloth. And I just put it in here. That's going to be my filter. I don't have cheesecloth or anything like that. I'm just filtering out all of the rosemary stuff. Put it into here, get it into that bowl, throw it in the fridge until, I don't know, a couple hours or something. And then we're going to put it into that bottle, spray down the dog. And actually, I might give her a bath. That's what it did say in the article, give them a bath first. But I have Flea shampoo, so I just kind of want to use that stuff anyway and give her some relief from those doggone fleas. So I guess if this works, I don't know, maybe some of this rosemary water, wash, whatever the heck you want to call it, maybe that would be good to throw into like a carpet cleaner and clean your carpets with it. If fleas don't like rosemary and you put rosemary into the carpet, I don't know. That's where they really like to lay eggs, so wouldn't that be a good idea? I don't know. Maybe I'll have a video about that in the future. Maybe I won't. But we'll just leave it at that. But yeah, I don't really see me filming any more of this because it's pretty simple. Just take this water, strain it through here, put it in there, refrigerate it, put it in that sprayer, and then spray down the dog. And maybe some areas. A couple other ideas I was thinking about. I already did do this at the entrance of my house. I transplanted two of the rosemary from the aquaponic garden that I got to clone. They are now transplanted and they are outside in front of the house, right at the front door. That was another tip that I read somewhere on the interwebs. Where the dog goes outside over here, outside. She's only got a small area where it's actually in contact with dirt and everything. I mean, it's pretty big for her, but it's not that big when you talk about, like, let me grab a couple rosemary and put them in there. So I'm going to do that and throw a couple over there because they say fleas don't like it where there's rosemary. I got a bunch of rosemary. Let's use that to our advantage. So I don't know if this is true yet, but I'm already making preparation because rosemary smells good anyway. So anyway, thanks for hanging out with me, checking out what's going on. I don't feel like I need to show you me putting that into, or throwing that over there, or whatever. Throwing it into that bottle over there. I figure it's kind of self-explanatory at this point, but there was me making some rosemary wash. Perhaps I'll give you a review of what happened in the future, if anything happens. I'm sure nothing is going to happen in the next 24 or 48 hours of major significance, but if it does, you'll find it over here. So hit that subscribe button. As always, go down in the comments way down below and check out the comments and throw a comment in it yourself. And make sure you check out the comments and find someone new that you don't know and subscribe to them and blah, blah, blah. I don't really feel like doing an outro and all that stuff, but there is an Amazon link down below that's always changing. It's a mystery link. So you go there. If you click it, I get credit for driving them traffic and I get kickbacks on the backside. I don't know how it works, but it doesn't cost you anything. All you have to do is click. But like I said, I'm going to strain this stuff, and we're going to see if this actually works. So hopefully this works. I mean, makes sense. Fleas don't like rosemary. Put rosemary in your dog. I don't know. We'll find out in some other future video. But thanks for hanging out with me. I'll catch you in the next video. Later.